Hey guys, it's Zach and welcome back to the shop. Today we install the fourth axis on the Axiom AR8 and I'm going to give you my first impressions, so stick around. Alright guys, so here we are a few days later. I've run into a few snags, but luckily talking with the Axiom support team, I was able to get those squared away. And as you see behind me, I actually have the first design set up, and I have not tried it yet, so cross your fingers, and we're going to go ahead and try that right now. Alright, so there's no doubt that this thing turned out really cool. It did take me a little bit of tries. It's the first time I ever did a 3D object inside of Vectric VCarve Pro, so it did take me a little bit of work, but I am pretty happy on how this came out. I think with a little bit of tweaking, I could probably make it better. Like, for instance, I don't know if you can see there, but I made a big gash. I ended up cutting a little too much off. It was a little bit of a mistake on my part, but that's okay. It's yeah, it looks good from 3/4 of the way around, right? But yeah, so let's go over a few things that I'm just not overly happy with, and then we'll go over some of the pros as well. So the cons are this: the way that this thing is set up, it's really hard to keep it square, but I think with just a little bit of a jig, you can probably pull that off. The other thing is these screws are incredibly short. So if you loosen these screws up right here, if you go a little too far, the nuts will actually fall out, and then it just, you gotta, go find the actual nut or the spacer down below, and that's kind of, it's a little annoying. So I think if I just got a little bit longer bolts, I'll just go up to the store and get some longer bolts to fix that problem. The other thing is, back here in the very back, the actual jaws that come with this, I actually over loosened it, I guess. I was thinking that these things would go all the way out, and I ended up shearing the pin off. And that was, totally by mistake. So I ended up, all of these keys fell out, and I had to kind of rejigger it and get it to work. But I think if I was to replace this, I think I would replace it with like a Nova or something like that. Just something a little bit smoother, because this thing is a little rough to loosen and tighten down. Even after I oiled it and stuff, it's a little rough. And then lastly, the only other thing that really kind of bothered me was this cable that connects to this guy. It has a a screw on it to hold it down, but it doesn't actually thread on. It just sits. It will just sit in there. So that's kind of annoying that that's even there. But I mean, it does work even if you don't have to tighten it down. It just would be one of those nice things. So, but all in all, I'm actually pretty happy with it because I mean, look at what you can make. I mean, you can't do this with anything else. Like, you couldn't. I mean, I guess you could try to really do this with like a lathe and then go back with a router and make the marks and stuff. But I mean, you can't pull this kind of stuff off very easily. I mean, this took about 2 hours for the machine to make it. Pretty awesome. So. All in all, like I said, I'm pretty excited with it. There's just a couple tweaks I think I would make to make this even better. And yeah, so I look forward to trying to do some more stuff, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the install and first impressions video. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.